Among the world's finest wine grapes, few can rival Chenin Blanc for sheer expressiveness. Dry, sweet, sparkling, oxidative, this is a grape with incredible stylistic versatility. Sure, it has traveled, but Chenin's roots, its most historic home, is the Loire, where it's thrived for thousands of years. Along this UNESCO World Heritage Valley of vineyards, an incredible mix of soils, climates, and winemaking traditions give Chenin Blanc its unique personality. The story of Chenin here is anything but boring. It's a saga of royal favor, near-death moments, heroic resistance, reinvention, and a spectacular comeback. Chenin Blanc isn't just a grape, it's a survivor, a shapeshifter, and a storyteller. Today we'll explore its roots, its character, shaped by its diverse vineyard sites and passionate growers, and its incredible range of flavors. By the end, you'll see why Loire Chenin Blanc is a must-have in any serious cellar or wine list. Chenin Blanc might have been born in southwest France, but it really found its home in the Loire. The first written mentions here go all the way back to 845 at the Abbey of Glenfeuille in Anjou. Why here? Because the Loire offers the perfect setup. Chenin buds early and ripens late, so it needs a long growing season. The Loire's cool, temperate climate, moderated by the Atlantic and the Loire River system, gives Chenin exactly what it needs. Slow, steady ripening, which builds complexity and flavor concentration. Add to that the huge variety of soils: schist in Savennières, chalky tuffeau in Samur and Vouvray, flinty clays in Janéires. Each of these terroirs gives Chenin a distinct accent. Over the centuries, the grape went by many different names: Plan d'Anjou, Plan de Brézé, Pinot de la Loire, until Chenin finally stuck. Thanks to the Counts of Anjou, and later to Henry II Plantagenet, the King of England and the Lord of Anjou, Chenin wines were soon a fixture in the royal courts. And it wasn't just the latest fashion among nobles. Renaissance writer François Rabelais praised Chenin's fat grapes in his satirical epic Gargantua, claiming that they had healing powers as well as a great taste. And so Chenin Blanc became firmly rooted in the Loire, where it could truly shine. If there's one thing that defines Chenin Blanc, it's acidity. Bright, high, lively acidity. That's what gives it the ability to age so beautifully and to work in so many different styles. Sparkling, bone-dry, rich, sweet, Chenin does them all and does them well. Chenin's resistance to oxidation also helps it evolve slowly in bottle, developing remarkable depth and texture and complexity over time. It's also a bit of a mirror. Chenin reflects its place and its winemaker. Same grape, totally different vibe, depending on the terroir and the cellar. Take the Loire's sweet wines, for example. With its thin skin, Chenin Blanc is a magnet for noble rot. In the misty mornings of the Léon Valley, it transforms into some of the world's most complex sweet wines, like Coteau de Léon, Bonzo, and Quart de Chaume. These rich, honeyed, layered wines really put Chenin on the map when it came to the world's great wine connoisseurs. But it hasn't all been smooth sailing. Chenin's history has some brutal chapters. The devastating deep freeze of 1709, the wars in the Vendée, the arrival of the railway in the 1800s that flooded the market with Bordeaux and southern wines, then phylloxera, rural exodus, and the push for higher vineyard yields. A lot of Chenin was pulled out at this time in favor of more productive, more consistent cultivars. And yet, the grape survived, thanks to stubborn, passionate growers. During World War II, some even risked their lives to protect it. The mayor of Vouvray, Charles Vavasseur, forged papers declaring that all of the local wine was officially reserved for the Wehrmacht to dissuade the German troops from lodging in their cellars and raiding their wines. Elsewhere, growers hid their wines underground or behind fake walls disguised with weeds and cobwebs. After many years of hardship, Chenin made its big comeback in the 1980s. A new generation of winemakers started lowering yields, hand harvesting, sorting more rigorously, and championing old vines. Organic and biodynamic viticulture really took off in the Loire, and around this time, dry Chenin Blanc really started to come into its own. In the cellar, winemakers began experimenting, with longer lees aging, extended barrel maturation, single vineyard bottlings, and minimal intervention wines. Some even leaned into oxidative styles that really had great texture, salinity, and gastronomic appeal. This was the start of a new age for Chenin Blanc. Today, Chenin Blanc is recognized as one of the world's most expressive white grapes, with an incredible range depending on where it's grown. In Savennières, the volcanic schist soils give dry wines that can be quite taut and austere in their youth, but transform and get more layered and majestic with age. In Anjou, Chenin ranges from dry to sweet, but is always quite generous and fruity and mineral. Coteaux de Léon, Bonzeau, Quart de Chaume, these are the appellations I named earlier that give incredible noble rot sweet wines. In Samur, Chalky Tuffeau brings finesse and elegance in both dry whites and in their elegant sparkling wines. And Vouvray spans the full range, from sparkling to lusciously sweet botrytis wines. And finally, Javennières, a tiny flinty appellation, makes razor-sharp crystalline Chenin. The popularity of Loire Chenin Blanc is rising across Canada, especially the IGP Val de Loire, Touraine, Vouvray, Anjou, Saumur, Chinon, and Crémant de Loire appellations. Drinkers love its freshness, its vibrancy, and the fact that it offers something a little bit different. So let's taste two examples together that really show Chenin's range. We're gonna start with the Arnaud Lambert Saumur Les Parcelles 2023. This wine is certified organic and biodynamic. It's a 40-hectare estate on limestone tuffeau with some sand and some clay, founded in 1996, and it's run by Arnaud Lambert, who you might know from the Château de Brézé, of course their iconic cuvée de Clos de Midi. It was named one of Béthane and Dessauve's top 100 French producers in 2019. So let's taste. So this has got a lovely earthy, mineral, nervy nose to it. And on the palate, you get that great zingy acidity. It's light, it's structured, there's a lot of tension there, and it's quite low in alcohol. I think this wine's about 11.5, so this makes a great aperitif wine. So moving on, you can already see from the color that we've got quite a lot more density when it comes to the second wine, which is the Savennières from the Château de Varennes. It's their 2022 vintage. So this is a small family domain dating back to 1809. It's the 10th generation running the estate now. This is really small, 7 hectares on a southeast facing vine of schist soils. 20-year-old vines, really fantastic sun exposure on this parcel. Give it a taste. So you definitely get a lot more ripeness in the fruit here. There's some subtle oaked notes on the nose and then on the palate. Much more full-bodied, structured, intense, concentrated wine on the palate. Again, that amazing racy acidity. You get a really crystalline, saline finish with those lovely bitters that you can get on good Chenin Blanc. That makes it really a perfect pairing. Definitely a food wine. You want to go into some poultry dishes, something a little more hearty. Some aged cheeses would go great here. Loire Chenin Blanc really is unique. Its diversity is unmatched. It acts as a mirror of its terroir, and it's a true gastronomic chameleon. It adapts effortlessly to many different types of cuisine. It's also a grape with a great story, centuries of ups and downs, and carried forward today by passionate growers and negociants who are increasingly committed to organics, biodynamics, and the overall sustainability of their wine-growing community. Behind every bottle is a place, a moment in time, and a story worth sharing. And that's exactly why Loire Chenin Blanc is such a gift for sommeliers, for students, and for storytellers like you.